weird to be talking about Jacksepticeye and the cup again. I haven't worn this sweatshirt since, like, 2020. Which is really weird to think about. It's been a while since I made a video about this topic, but since it's officially been 4 years, I figured it was long overdue for me to make an update video. I decided, instead of being like, haha, happy birthday to the cups, I would go a little more in depth in regards to why I got them, and why every so often I'm like, this was the greatest moment of my life. For those who don't know, in 2019 I went to PAX East and I brought this one to PAX with me because I wanted to give it to Jacksepticeye, because Straight Fucking Water was a joke within the community, and it was the first time I would be meeting Jack, so I wanted to give him something, so I brought those, but I'll get a little bit more into the story. 4 years ago today, March 23rd, 2019, I went to PAX East. At the time, I wasn't really a gamer. PAX East is a video game convention. Well, not just video games, it's a gaming convention, but I wasn't a really big gamer. But the reason I went was because there would be 3 people who would be attending PAX East. Them being Markiplier, Crank Gameplays, and my all-time hero at the time, Jacksepticeye. A few months before PAX, let's say like September, I moved schools because I was bullied a lot. I didn't have a lot of friends, and the friends I did have were not very good friends. Without getting too much into detail, when I moved schools, my ex-friend group sent me a lot of really bad messages. They did not support my decision to move schools. They harassed me a lot. They just said awful things to me. Said messages sent me into this really bad state of mind. I went through a really bad depressive episode, and again, not getting too into it, I was struggling a lot with the different things. At the time, YouTube was already a pretty big part of my life. I mean, I'm Gen Z, so, you know, I watched YouTube a lot. But one day I was doing really, really bad, and I turned on my TV to watch YouTube. I was gonna have a snack. It was after school, and I felt like the world was ending around me. And YouTube recommended me a video by a YouTuber I hadn't watched since I was like 12. It was called PMA by Jacksepticeye. And I was like, hey, I haven't watched this guy in a while. Let's see what he's up to. So I clicked on the video. The video kind of snapped me out of this episode that I was in, and if you don't know the video, I'll link it down below, but it was about having a positive mental attitude and realizing that no matter how bad things were right now, they would get better. And that was something I really needed to hear. So because Jack had made this video, I don't know how else to say it. It turned my life around pretty much. From the moment that I watched that video, Jack became such a big part of my life. So I got into Jacksepticeye like 10,000%. I got his merch. I got every single pin from his charity live streams. And when I found out that him, Mark, and Ethan, who I had also started watching at the time, were going to be at PAX East, I begged my parents to bring me. My favorite series by Jacksepticeye at the time, and still is, I'll go back and watch it, was Jacksepticeye's Funniest Home Videos. And like I said earlier, there was a bit in one of the videos where Straight Fucking Water. It was about some guy shitting his pants, but like, whatever. And also in 2019, he had this really weird obsession with mugs. Like, he had the Unt mug. No, he didn't. What mug did he have? He had an ick mug. I remember the dick one. I don't remember all of them, but I thought that it would be funny to give him a mug, so I talked it over with my dad. He was like, it'd be funny if you got the Straight Fucking Water on a mug. And I was like, oh my god! you're so right. So I ended up ordering 2. And I wanted to give him something, not just because, like, oh, it'd be funny if Jacksepticeye had something of mine. It was I want to give back to him because of how much he means to me. So I wanted to not exactly pay it forward, but I wanted him to know. And I felt like the only way I could do that was if I gave him something in return. Eventually, Mark released that he wouldn't be attending PAX East because of his wisdom teeth, but Jack and Ethan were going to be there still, so I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't end up meeting Ethan, but one of the girls that I met at PAX East ended up getting his signature for me and some of his pins, which was really cool. Shout out to them, by the way. Don't remember you guys' names, but shout out. It was also at this point that I was actually starting to create content. I had started my TikTok, and I was posting there fairly frequently. I wasn't getting a lot of traction yet, but, you know, it was happening. I was uploading videos because I wanted to be like Jack, and I wanted to be like Mark and Ethan, so I would plan videos and, like, record them, and then I was like, these aren't very good, so then I would just trash them, which is what I did with last year's video. I decided to vlog the whole PAX, because I wanted the memories, and 2, I wanted to be a YouTuber, so, like, what's more YouTuber than vlogging? So I did the vlog, and I am so thankful I decided to do the vlog, because if I didn't, I would not have evidence of any of this happening. Because the second day was the day that I had the Jacksepticeye panel. I ended up sitting away from my parents because we were a little back. You can see that in the vlog. We were a couple rows back, but there were like 3 seats that were open, maybe 3 rows back from, 3 or 4 rows back from where like all the other content creators sat. So the usher woman was like, hey, there are seats available. So me and my 3 new friends jumped up and booked it over there. So that was cool. We were all super excited, and when Jack came out, I started crying, and there he was. My hero. The person that, like, I didn't care about anyone else. Jacksepticeye was right in front of me. Oh my god. Originally, I had planned to walk up to the mic and ask him a question, and that was kind of like a little way of giving him the cup. I was gonna be like, hey, you dropped this, you have it back. But I didn't end up doing that, obviously. But then somebody asked one of the most important questions. What's your favorite meme in the community? And he started talking about them, and as he was moving on, he said, oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Straight fucking water.
Straight fucking water.
It was like, I didn't have time to react. It was all like instinct. I was like in my pocket, and I pull it out. My cup!
But that's
straight
my
fucking cup! And I'm like, it's on my cup.
It's on my cup!
And, you know, we had the conversation.
Get that cup of sponsorship.
It didn't immediately hit me that he had communicated with me. Or not communicate, that's a really weird word. He had interacted with me until, like, he had moved past. And I just started sobbing. I just started crying. Like, I couldn't stop. I think I cried the rest of the panel. I don't remember anything that happened after Jack interacted with me. I remember, like, getting dinner with my friends and, like, going home and editing the vlog and doing, like, the after thing. But the entire rest of the day, I could not stop smiling. Genuinely, I could not stop smiling. Like, every so often, I would just start crying because I was like, this happened. Like, Jack actually noticed me. And in that moment, that very moment, that exact same day, that night, I decided exactly who I wanted to be in this world. I wanted to make people feel the way that Jack made me feel. I wanted to be able to make people happy to just see me. And I wanted to be able to have that type of positive impact that Jack had on me that day when I saw his PMA video. I uploaded the vlog that night and spent the rest of the night making social media for the cup because I was determined to get it to him. But As you know, that never happened, and I've kind of given up on it. You know, like, I'm so past the point of being like, oh yeah, Jack will definitely take my cup. Like, at this point, the meme is dead. The meme is dead. There is no meme. Next year, I was devoted to making content for YouTube and TikTok, more so on TikTok than YouTube, because making YouTube videos is harder than making TikToks. I made a bunch of videos dedicated to the cup, you know, first birthday videos, update videos, but eventually it started to die down, due to the meme dying. The last thing I posted for the cup was its second birthday, which was just me reposting the clip, but that was it. That was the last thing. Until last year! Last year I posted Jack and I's interaction once again on TikTok, and it exceeded... Did it exceed? It got to about 100,000 views with a bunch of comments and likes talking about it. People were bullying me, being like, this is so cringe for Jack. Okay. Okay. In the early days of the cup, much like I talked about in my Ranboo video, I was obsessed with this idea of getting the cup to Jack. I thought that I would be like his crank gameplays. Like, you know how Mark and Ethan like started off as fan and content creator, and then now they got naked together in a video? I was convinced that was going to happen with Jacksepticeye. Obviously, it did not, and I'm okay with that. But for the first few months of the cup and the hashtag that I had made for it, it was the most, magical month ever. I began to create my following on TikTok due to my Markiplier cosplays. PAX East was the reason that I am where I am now. If I had never gone to PAX, if I had never had that interaction with Jack, I would not be a content creator, which is really weird to say. Now, 4 years later, I have over 77,000 followers on TikTok, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm in this position because of Jack. I made my TikTok account literally a month before I met him because I was like, oh, I want to be a content creator now. I don't think I'm in the position that I thought I would be in. I thought that in my dumb, silly brain, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be a big YouTuber, and I'm not gonna go to college, and I'm just gonna do YouTube. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I'm very happy with the position I'm in, because I'm very grateful for having my small community that I love dearly. I'm doing what I wanted to do, and I hope I'm still making people happy, and I'm gonna continue to work towards my goal of being a full-time content creator, no matter how long that takes. Except this time, I'm focused on Twitch and TikTok, and a little bit of YouTube, but not as much. My content has definitely changed since then. You know, I'm no longer just obsessing over, oh, I have to get the cup to Jack, or, oh my gosh, I gotta stream with Ranboo. It's so much more than that. And this video is kind of me releasing myself from those chains of, this is my goodbye from the cup. This is my goodbye from making content about other people. I'm not saying that I don't care about Jack anymore. I'm not saying I don't care about the cup anymore, since he'll always have a special place in my heart due to how much he's positively impacted me. I'll always have my cup. I'll always have his cup. His cup will always be waiting for him, if that day were to ever come. By celebrating 4 cups of PAX, I'm celebrating 4 cups of PAX. What the fuck? By celebrating 4 years of PAX East, I'm celebrating 4 years of being a content creator and doing something that I actually enjoy doing. I'm not saying I don't enjoy, school and, doing what I'm doing in school, but, content creation is my main goal. My content has gone through a lot of changes since I started. I no longer cosplay. I'm trying to make content about me and not other people, which is much more difficult than you would think, especially for someone like me. But I think I'm right where I want to be, and in another 4 years, I'd like to think that I'm going to be even farther than I am right now. Maybe in 4 years, more years, we will have it. Who knows? And I hope that whatever other changes I go through, I hope that you stick around. I hope that you stick around and get to grow with me. I'm dedicating this year, the next year, and all the years after that to actually putting out content for me and not for other people and not about other people. And hopefully putting in the effort will let me achieve the goal of making as big of an impact as Jack once did. PAX East truly, truly changed my life. And I am so grateful that I got to go. And I'm so grateful that I decided to make these. I'm sorry this video isn't completely about the cups and is more about my journey as a content creator, but I felt like this was good. It's not a birthday party or anything, but happy birthday to my content and happy birthday to the cups. I'll see you around.